Second entry, go in person to Don Ledford and register there. I want to say good morning to Blair Deacon come on up, Blair and Stephanie, with the United Way of the Ocoee region. Good morning, ladies. How are you?
Stephanie talk a little bit about why we're here this morning
Okay.
for Make a Change Day.
Stephanie Linkas is our CEO of the United Way of the Ocoee region. How are you, Stephanie?
I'm great. How are you, Steve?
I'm good, and boy, I see some good people behind you. Tell me about this.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite fundraisers that we do all year. I mean, it truly exemplifies what United Way is all about, bringing community partners and our nonprofit partners together. And, Make a Change Day just truly shows how you can give a little and it helps a lot. And it's especially great that it's students that are doing that and they're learning young about giving back to the community and what it means to help each other, because that's what this is all about, helping with food insecurity with students. And these wonderful folks here from our nonprofit partners are going to tell you a little bit about that. And then also Mr. Montgomery and Miss Jenny with Prospect School. They are the ones who head this up and lead this through the Bradley County school system.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Blair, I would like to get a comment from you.
Of course.
Because you helped announce all of this with us here several months ago.
Yes, so excited. I'm going to kind of talk a little bit about, so normally we do about over 10,000 baggies that go out to all of the students within Bradley County school system. So each student will be bringing home, a baggie, but also this year we're going to be doing some other things. We're going to be doing a text to give option. So each school will have a text to give code, and I'll get you all that information maybe as well that you could put on the website, but basically people will text to 41444, and for example, say if we're thinking about Bradley High School, they would text 2026 BCHS, and all that money would go into Bradley High School. So we're really excited to introduce that this year, and it really gives an opportunity just to give in a different way. But of course, students will also receive the baggies to go home to them. So we're excited, changing it up a little bit this year.
I love it. Steve Montgomery, Jenny, come on up here. Jenny Wilson, of course, Prospect Elementary School. Steve, you really brought this idea forward many years ago. It's a wonderful thing. Let's talk about it.
Well, this is our 9th year, and first of all, thank you so much for letting us stand here this morning. You're always so gracious and so giving.
I agree. Please, let's go. Keep going.
Well, okay.
Because half of these people hate me, so just keep going.
Last year we passed the $100,000 mark.
Oh my goodness.
So it's just a great opportunity to give, and people do give. So February 27th is our Make a Change Day in Bradley County Schools, and we just encourage everybody to participate and give a little, which will turn out to be a lot in the very end. And I'll turn it over to Miss Jenny.
Yes. Jenny, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. I'm so glad to see you. Tell me about it.
Well, when we talk about Make a Change, these little bags will be going home with all the kids. And what you see right here, I just cleaned out my car.
Oh, wow.
Right there.
Wow.
And that amount of change will probably buy at least one of these bags. The bags are probably a little over $7 now.
Wow.
About $6.50.
Wow.
So this will buy more than one bag.
Wow.
And when we talk about the bags, the sack packs that go home each week with the kids, they're getting things like cornflakes for their breakfast, mac and cheese. Everything that's in here is easy to fix, easy to open, some applesauce. They pack so many things in here. There's sometimes chili, there's SpaghettiOs. Of course, we've got juice, granola bars, and the milk to go with the cereal. So there's several meals in this bag, and we're talking about kids that go home on a Friday, and they've got their bag, and they don't have to worry about where their meals are coming from. Food instability is a lot bigger in Bradley County than what people realize. And to have kids going home and not know where their next meal is going to come from, we can fix that.
That's right. Very quickly. Corinne, I want you to come up, too. With Jenny, stay there if you will. Corinne, of course, our director of the Caring Place And you were the one who really informed me about this years ago, and it's an unbelievable resource for children, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. And, as Jenny said, that, if you really put yourself there with a family that's just not sure they have enough food, and they know that when the weekend is coming, that means that they've got to add to their meals for that day. So that parent was throughout the week only having to worry about dinner because they knew that their child was going to get breakfast and lunch at the school system. But when the weekend comes, they've got to have 3 meals for everybody in that household. And oftentimes families will, we'll see parents will skip meals to make sure that their kiddos have meals, but their kids notice that. Kids know when there's not enough to go around. They know when there's not seconds. We just had a wonderful conversation about our winter weather prep out there that was maybe a little more exuberant locally than what we needed, but we had the ability to do it. And we talked about how we had extra things in our freezers or we had extra food in our cabinets. Not all of our families have that privilege and that opportunity. And so being able to make sure that we can collect, just clean out in between the cushions in our car, and a child is not going to have to worry about skipping a meal over the weekend. A parent is not going to have to worry about saying there's not enough left, we're going to have to wait till Monday. We don't want any child to have that fear. There's over 4,000 kiddos in our community that are facing that food insecurity.
I was going to ask you that. So how many children?
So Feeding America is estimating around a little over 4,000 students in the Bradley County community right now. And we are only serving around 600 a week. So because the program is for those who are the most food insecure, and our counselors do a really good job of partnering with those families, giving them additional resources. And we want to make sure that there's always a bag of food ready for a child in need and to have that. So this program, and I'm so thankful for the partnership of the United Way and identifying, because all of these programs together, you're looking at a glimpse of a continuum of care up here for our children. So because they need food, but they also need to be able to have mentorship opportunities and to give hope and things for that for the next day. They need opportunities like YCAP and being able to kind of be able to foster and teach some good life skills. But then you also have these great partners with United Way coming along and bringing us all together. And then you've got the school system right here who is investing in the lives of these kiddos. And so that to me is Make a Change Day right there, is recognizing we've all got a part to play to make our communities better.
So how much you say about what, $6.50?
I know I'd love to make it a little bit more even for math, but $6.50
Right.
per bag.
Can we go ahead and try to raise some money? Is that okay?
Absolutely, it's a good idea.
So I want to call on our audience now. If you would like to go ahead and let's say you don't have a child in the school system, but you want to give, and you hear that they're giving out about 600 sack packs a week. Unbelievable, here in Cleveland, one of the wealthiest communities in the state, by the way. If you want to go ahead and call us and text us, you want to buy some bags here, $6.50. Hopefully you'll do more than that. Call me right now. Text me right now, 423-614-6499. Please do that. Come on, audience. You're watching us right now. We're told thousands of you do in the morning. Probably a lie, but it's fine. Or listen to us every morning. Do you have $6.50 so a child can eat? Doesn't get much more basic than that, folks. 614-6499. I want to say hello to my friend Wyatt Beavis and Rodney Murray. There they are. Rodney was an original Osmond family singer back in the 70s. A lot of people don't know that. Wyatt from the Boys and Girls Clubs. Wyatt, how are you, buddy?
I'm actually Brett, but it's all right.
You're Brett?
Yeah, we always...
I'm so sorry.
No worries.
All
we
right.
look alike.
Well,
I can't tell them apart.
they gave me another name here. I apologize. So tell me, buddy, how are things going at the Boys and Girls Clubs, and how are you guys impacted by the sack packs?
Yeah, Boys and Girls Club's going really good. The snack pack, we have kids that ride our buses. We go to every school in Bradley and Cleveland, except for a couple, that are outliers that are a little too far for us to drive to. But every day that they're handed out, you have multiple kids get on that bus with those snack packs, and just with the Make a Change, it helps us fill those gaps where we are able to serve more kids food. From the beginning of the school year in August, we've had almost 2,000 kids come through our clubs just in Bradley County. and that's a little over 28,000 meals that we've served kids in that amount of time. So that helps us fill those gaps where we can actually serve more meals as well.
Rodney, how's the Y involved, buddy?
Great. Well, the biggest thing for us is support of the United Way. And back in the late 80s, and it may be hard to imagine now, but there was a time where your YMCA came very close to ceasing to exist. And without the United Way, it would not still be here. And without the school system and the support of all these organizations, the YMCA could have very well been in jeopardy. But the United Way came across and supported us during that time until we got the ship uprighted. And I was just a kid at that time, but I remember it going on. Wow. And they really supported us. So now it's time for us to support them. And then Corinne mentioned the continuum of care. What the YMCA is about in a healthy community is not only providing services, but not duplicating services, helping other organizations to succeed through our support. And so that's also what we're doing here, is lending our support and helping to make sure that children don't go hungry. That's such a very basic. I don't know what that's like, and many of us never know what that's like. I've never known a time, fortunately for me, even when I was a child, where I didn't have more than enough. And it's just something that those of us that are in that situation need to remember those that aren't, and give some of that to help other kids have what we had.
Brett DeBusk and also Rodney Murray here. Let me bring Stephanie and Blair back one more time. Just put a wrap on it here and remind everybody what we can do here, Stephanie. Make a Change Day's coming. When is it one more time?
Well, I think the baggies are going out.
Yep.
The bags are out now.
Bags are going out this week,
Okay,
yes.
great. Go
Yes.
ahead.
Oh, you're fine. February 27th is actually Make a Change Day, where we'll be at the Teachers Credit Union counting all the change and totaling up all of our numbers. But also this year, again, with that text to give option, help us to make a change in the lives of children throughout our community. You can give monetarily, you can write a check, you can go on the United Way website at unitedwayocoee.org. There is a Make a Change Day page, or we'll be posting those codes that you can do a text to give. And maybe you've attended Prospect in the past or Bradley High School, in supporting those schools where you attended.
Certainly so. Hey, thanks, Rhonda Johnson. She has donated $50, and that's going to buy,
okay, great.
Probably my math's horrible. My parents met in summer school for math. So thank you.
That's at least 8.
It's 8. It's
Yeah.
650.
I know. So, 7 and a
See,
little
and
more.
you can tell Zandra's also not a mathematician either.
Yes, I
But
am.
anyway, well, that's fine. But that's going to buy. Thank you, Rhonda. That's going to buy some bags. And I tell you what, we'll just go ahead, Blair, and let them text you directly. Remind us of that text to give, please.
Yes. So the general number for Bradley County Schools that it can go in just to the general pot.
Sure.
They can text. They'll be texting to 41444, but the code is 2026 change. CHANGE. So again, they'll text 2026 change to 41444.
41444.
Yes.
Okay. So this audience, and you can either call us or you can call us here, and we'll forward the information, 614-6499, or text 2026 change to 41444. A reminder, about $6.50 will buy a sack pack. That's as Jenny told us, several meals involved there for the weekend. Stephanie, anything you want to add here before we go?
Yeah, and I think I've mentioned this on your show before, but the children in our community that benefit from the sack packs, they have no control over their circumstances, and so this is just a chance for us to step up and make sure they have at least the bare necessities of food as they go into their weekend. So I just encourage people to make sure when their kids bring home these baggies to gather up their change, or like I said, if you want to support your school, if you went to Bradley County School, you can do that as well, just with the text to give that Blair mentioned.
All right. Well, thank you all very much for coming. The United Way of the Ocoee region spearheading this once again, and we look forward to a great total. I hope you'll come back and tell us about the total.
We would love to.
Following the 27th of February. at the Teacher Credit Union, I believe.
Absolutely.
Very,
we'll be
very
there.
good. Thank you all very much. Have a
Thank
great
you,
day.
Steve.
We'll talk soon. 9:13. Zandra.